just talk a little bit about the creative aspects. What attracts me the most about Carnatic music is really the Manodharma. We call it the Manodharma. It means all the creative stuff that we do, the improvisational stuff that we do, things that we do on the spot. By that I mean the Alapane, the Nerabal, the Swarakalpane, and in RTP when you do Ragam Tana Pallavi, you do Ragam and Thanam for the Pallavi. Yeah.
What's Thanam?
So have you, if you attend some of the full concerts, you see that most of the artists sing Ragam Thanam Pallavi, which is usually sung after the main piece in a concert, and basically it's called Thanam because you do Tanum dum 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 dum. That's that sound. So when you do, you can choose. Artists choose different kinds of pallavis, and then they do ragam for that, and they do Thanam before they do the pallavi. And usually the pallavis are, they choose complicated ragams, complicated talams, they do ragamali, they do all this stuff, which is usually, it's usually like, I'd say that's the jewel, that's the crown jewel of Carnatic music. So it's really very nice. But coming to Raga Alapane, right? I'm sure Padma teacher, spends a lot of time with you, exploring that. But I'll tell you what I do to improve, my Alapane. So there are a gazillion ragas, right? There's so many ragas that we can possibly cover only maybe 30-40% of in a regular kind of a learning schedule. So usually the first step to learning Alapane is where you learn a lot of songs, learn a lot of compositions in that particular ragam, and then the next step would always be to try and take pieces of that song and just sing your versions of Alapane. That's how you actually start Alapane, because most of the songs, most of the compositions have all of the greatest aspects of a ragam, the greatest prayogas of a ragam, and particularly varnams. Varnams have, that's why you taught varnams before, and you should spend a lot of time learning and perfecting the varnams. Yeah. So I sang the Saveri Varnam, right? Have you guys learned Saveri Varnam?
Mm.
Yeah. So Saveri Varnam, it's such a beautiful Varnam. It does so much justice to Saveri. So when you learn, if you want to sing Saveri Ragam, if you can just take the pieces of Saveri Varnam and just sing it in breaks, there you go, you got it. That's the fast food version of Saveri right there. So that's a very strong prayogam for Saveri. Right? So definitely spend a lot of time learning the varnams, and you can just take the varnams, split them to pieces, and just sing those pieces, and that essentially is a very core part of the ragam that you learn. Yeah. So how many of you are learning the ragam, learning to sing ragam, or exploring ragam, practicing ragam? Everyone? A few. So it takes a few years for the
Class?
Actually, it's not. Some students are senior and they are formally taught,
I see.
and others are just trying on their own.
That's true. Hey, I started learning the violin. I started learning to sing only after.
Right.
But my teacher never taught me to do ragam.
Right.
None of my teachers ever taught me to do ragam or swaram. It's more or less like you keep listening to a lot of concerts. That's very core to it. It's very key. Listening to a lot of concerts, listening to a lot of CDs or tapes or whatever MP3s that you have, and constantly keep listening to them. At some point, it'll strike you and you'll be able to sing it. Yeah, Shreya?
I have a question
Mm-hmm.
about Korve and Swaram.
Mm-hmm.
I've been explained about it like once, but can you explain it again so I can actually understand it?
Sure.
Okay.
So you mean the chord way in swaram or just the swaram, the swakalpana?
The Korve and Swaram.
In the Swara Kalpana.
So
The
Kalpana
Kalpana Swara
and the
in the
Korve
end.
Korve, yeah. So yeah, that's actually a very exciting part of it. Mridangams actually do a lot of that. That actually learning mridangam it helps a lot singing the korves. So korves are, so I sang a korve for Abogi, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you noted that? And usually it is very calculated. There's a lot of math in it. There are lots of varieties of korves. Some of the ways in which people learn to improve on the korves is they actually make a note. They actually have a note. You have a notebook and you write down the korves. And you have to. The beauty about korve is you learn a few of them, and when you keep listening to it, you'll be more and more fascinated. You'll be learning more and more of that stuff. So, for instance, let's say we are doing. Let me pick a different ragam, right? Let me pick Kalyani.
Sanmukhpriya.
That's fine. Any ragam doesn't matter. Ragam doesn't matter at this point, yeah. So Kalyani, simple, right? Kalyani is very simple, and then we can just do. We can in the song, even the song doesn't matter, but we just pick up something, right? Even if we pick up the just pick the bottom, yeah. And we in the charanam, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Ni.
Yeah.
Nuva